Hi there. Welcome to the Allume Monthly Book Club. So we are on our way here to announce the next book of the month. The February book of the month is The Right Questions by the amazing Debbie Ford. So this is actually a pretty cool book. This book has roots that are important to our story as a company, actually. So Debbie Ford, and you can read about this on our blog. So if you go to our community page and you go to our blog, you can read about this. But Debbie Ford is somebody who mentored me for about three and a half years, and she is an extraordinary, I should say she was an extraordinary transformational teacher and healer. And she unfortunately passed away a few years ago from cancer. She fought it for a while, and sadly she passed. But her brilliance and her message and her, oh my goodness, her empowering tools and practices have been a part of my life since really like 2001, 2002. So I had this experience of working with her, and she's written several books. One of the books that she wrote is this book, The Right Questions. And in the first chapter, which I hope you will read because it's so great, she talks about an experience she had with this other spiritual healer by the name of Amici, who you should look up because she's a whole other ball of amazing. And she had this experience where she went to a workshop with her, and she went through a guided meditation with Amici, and she was encouraged to imagine looking inside of herself and seeing in her belly her inner fire, like her inner fire, her soul's inner fire, and to check in with that fire and decide whether or not that fire was a blazing glory of passionate fire, able to go into the world and be brave and conquer and loving and alive, or whether it was a tired and dwindling fire that was just barely going and was needing a lot of attention and withering away and would hardly warm a hearth or keep someone whole. So she, at the time when she did this, was going through a hard time in her life, and she noticed her flame was really quite depleted, and that experience had a transformational effect on her that led her to really become devoted to her inner flame and to live each day through conscious choices about tending to that flame, doing things in the spirit of what would be best for your inner flame, her inner flame. So anyway, she wrote this book sort of as an afterthought. And the book itself is about asking this group of 10 questions, these amazing questions that help a person guide themselves in difficult times to make choices, or everyday choices really, to stay on path, to be aligned with that higher vision, to be doing things that fuel the inner flame. And so she came up with these questions, and she writes brilliantly. It's a little book. It's like yay big, and it's I don't know, maybe 120 pages long. It's a quick read, which all of her books are not necessarily quick or simple reads. They're often very complex. But this is a great one. It has questions in it like, are you standing in your power, or are you trying to please another? Is this choice coming from faith or from fear? It questions like, are you standing in your divinity or your humanity? So it helps to sort of flush out and make good choices. And to me, that's the crux of being remarkable. It's who you're being in the moment, the choices you're making, how you're showing up, where you're coming from. Are you coming from faith? Or are you coming from fear? So the story that she tells at the beginning about the fire is really, the story, of course, came from Amici, and she passed it on to thousands, millions of other people. And of course, I then took it and held it in my heart, and it really became sort of the source of the naming of Allume, right? Allume, lit from within, comes from this inner flame concept that I have I've adopted from Debbie. So I hope that you will participate in this month's book club with the right questions. Get paid to read, right? So first, just go and send me an email. Send an email to admin@allumecares.com, and you can get a free book. Just in the subject line, write the right questions, and then put your name and your home address and your email address and your phone number in the email body, and then I will make sure that it gets to you. Miss Lynn will send it out to you. And then if you decide that you're going to read it, you're going to participate, you can fill out the form, which is on the training page, this month's in-service training page. You'll find it there. You fill it out. It's got like 4 questions or simple questions. It won't take you any time at all. And once you complete the questions, we'll send you, we'll include a $30 cash bonus into your next payroll. So that's what I got. I hope you participate. I hope you're filled with light. I hope you're filled with love. And I hope you want to read the right questions with me. All right. Thank you. Go make the world a better place.